All right, welcome back to Submission Script. It's been a while, but we're back again. How have you been, man?
I've been all right.
Okay, what have you been up to?
I've been training pretty much. That's the only exciting thing that's been going on.
Tell me about some of the stuff that you've been doing in your training.
I've been sparring a lot. I've been developing like what moves I like to do.
What kind of moves have you picked up recently?
I've been getting a lot better in grappling. I've been able to submit higher level people now.
Right. So one of the things that I had asked you a long time ago, and actually I asked you a couple times, is do you feel like your old self can beat your new self, or do you think your new self can beat your old self? What would you say?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you spend more time doing something, you're probably going to get better at it.
All right, cool. So tell us about, now you've been going there for, you've been doing it since, when did you start?
I started in August.
All right. And it's now getting close to the end of November.
Close to December, yeah.
Yeah. How much time is that? How many months is that?
When we get to December, that's going to be like 5 months, so I've been doing this for about 4 months.
Right. So are you, now you had said that you're going to be starting to fight in 2025.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking for a fight in 2025.
And before we get into that, what is your weight class?
I'm going to be completing at flyweight currently.
Right. And for the people who are new to UFC and MMA, tell us the weight.
It's 125.
125. Now, what is your weight currently right now?
I'm usually around like 130 to 140 range.
Right. So you're going to have to do some weight cuts.
Oh, yeah. You got to do a little bit of a weight cut
always. Right. So my question would be, if you are going to start in April, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you're going to start in April, then when are you going to start doing weight cut? Like, are you going to try to get closer to that baseline weight?
No, right now I'm pretty close to what I probably would fight in the cage.
Okay, cool. All right. And tell us. Let's get into a little bit of the UFC itself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we just had
Figueiredo versus Jan.
That's coming up. Or no, that was today.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Oh, that's what I meant, because it's Sunday today.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into Figueiredo, let's talk about some of the other ones that we didn't cover because we missed a couple. We missed a couple of months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tell us what we did not cover. 308, I don't think.
309.
Well, I know we didn't cover 309.
No, we did 308.
We did 308?
Yeah.
Okay. And there was a fight after. There was a fight night after that, wasn't it? What was the main event for the fight night after 308?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it goes that way. But 309 then.
So it was Prates versus Magny. Yeah, okay. That was the only big fight on there, and Prates won, of course.
Right. Magny, he's still in there, man. One of these days, maybe he'll retire. Who knows?
Maybe.
So 309, and you obviously had Jon Jones. I think pretty much most everybody had Jon Jones, right? Wasn't he like a plus? Do you remember what his odds were?
I think it was
insane.
He was minus.
That's what I meant.
300 something, I think.
So really not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So some people thought maybe Stipe could pull it off. Some crazy people, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did it go? Tell us your thoughts on 309.
It was a disappointment. The main card prelims were pretty good, but main card was very underwhelming. Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. That was terrible because they didn't do any grappling. It was a really bad look for Bo Nickel that he was that scared of Paul Craig's ground game. Like, even really good jiu-jitsu guys like Charles Oliveira, Islam tries to take him down, even though Charles is way more dangerous with his jiu-jitsu than Paul Craig. So, yeah, very bad look for him. He says that he could be, like, the answer to Khamzat Chimaev. That's not ever going to happen.
And as far as the actual fight between Stipe and Jon Jones.
Jon Jones. Yeah. That was also just underwhelming too. Both of them were really slow, but eventually Jon Jones did land a really good looking body kick to Stipe and finished him. He should have just fought Tom Aspinall though.
Right. Now I heard that. Now before I get into what I heard, I would say I agree with you in that Jon Jones he looks like that he's kind of slowing down a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
he's been slowing down since a while. Like
Right.
Anthony Smith, when he fought him, he was already getting slower.
How old is Jon Jones? Do you know?
He's in his late 30s.
Right. So, as far as what I heard, I heard that, and this is common in the MMA and UFC community anyway, but that sounds like Dana White is trying to push Jon Jones to go ahead and do Tom Aspinall. But I think, in my opinion, I think that that's because the MMA community is so like it has to happen that if Dana White doesn't do it, then he's like shooting himself in the foot about it.
Yeah, it's the only fight that makes sense for the heavyweight championship, unless John just retires.
Right. And I think Jon Jones was saying that he wants to kind of just basically fight for fun.
He
doesn't
wants
wanna-
to fight Pereira.
Yeah, he wants to fight Pereira. Now, what do you think about that one?
I think Pereira even still has a chance against him. Like John just looked so much slower against Stipe. Obviously, there's the whole grappling aspect of it, which could just absolutely destroy Pereira. But he's been grappling for a long time. He's getting better at it. He's training with Glover, who is one of the best grapplers at light heavyweight. But we still just don't know because he hasn't really had to go against it in a while.
So it looks like Tom Aspinall obviously is number one because he's interim champ. Cyril Gane, Alexander
Volkov, yeah, they're fighting at 310.
Cyril Gane and Alexander Volkov?
Yeah, they were supposed to fight at 308, but Volkov got injured.
Okay, cool. What else is? Let's go ahead and press on with 310. What's going on with 310? Who's?
Can you pull it up on there?
Yeah,
I know there are a bunch of really good fights on there, even on the prelims.
So let's do the screenshot and I'll see if I can. So while I'm pulling up, go ahead and tell me about the 310. Yeah, like the
we were
main event.
supposed to get 2 title fights, but Bilal Muhammad had a pull out against his fight against Shavkat Rakhmonov, and now Ian Gary is stepping up on short notice to fight him. That also switched around who Ian Gary was supposed to fight, Joaquin Buckley. Now he's fighting Colby Covington. I didn't expect that from Colby.
Here we go. All right, we got it. So Pantoja and Asakura. And then let's go ahead and check out who's on the.
All on the main card. We got
card.
Shavkat versus Gary, Gane versus Volkov. I think Aljamain Sterling is also fighting Evloev. I think that's the next one up. Or they put a price over him.
Where are you looking?
Go down.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Could you scroll down some more? I thought they had Evloev versus Sterling on here. They might have pulled that one. Brian Battle versus. They put it all the way down on the prelims.
Oh well. So he was on the main card.
I think at one point he was supposed to be. I mean, anyway, that fight's going to be pretty boring, honestly. That's a really good fight to put on, going over 2.5 rounds. That's pretty much free money. Brian Battle versus Randy Brown is going to be a better fight, even though they're lower ranked. Nick Diaz, he pulled out, so they need to update that.
Okay. Yeah, this is the UFC's the actual fight website.
Thembo Garimbo is fighting Luque instead.
How long ago did Nick Diaz pull out?
I think a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I got the GOAT Anthony Smith making his return.
Doo Ho Choi's back.
Yeah, that's crazy that they would put those guys over Smith and Sterling and them. But it's on the prelims, so I guess we get to see the better fights earlier. Kron Gracie versus Bryce Mitchell, that's a funny one.
Then, of course, Cyril Gane and Volkov.
Yeah. Oh, there were still some more fights, I think. Did we get to the early prelims?
This main card, right? Oh, no, we didn't go to the early prelims.
Yeah. These are the prelims. What's on the early prelims?
All right.
Oh, you got...
did I
Joshua Van, he's on there. That's cool. Chase Hooper's going to kill Clay Guida.
Chase Hooper's back, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Joshua Van. And then
Joshua Van's going to beat Cody Durden. Michael Chiesa back.
Michael Chiesa's early prelim.
Uh-huh.
That hurts.
Chris Weidman. He's probably going to retire soon.
All right, cool.
But yeah, that's a really good card coming up.
Yeah, it's actually there's a lot of good names on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Shavkat fight was originally going to be with
Bilal. Mm-hmm.
And then I guess he got
some kind of infection.
Okay, and so Ian Machado wasn't going to be.
He was going to fight Buckley on a fight night.
Okay, so he got bumped up.
Yeah.
To the co-main.
Yeah, it's the co-main now.
Right, that's a big promotion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big step up in competition too. I think Buckley was like 13 or 12, and now he's fighting number 3 guy. Probably a title eliminator.
And then finally, of course, Pantoja and Asakura.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Asakura this is
debut.
This is debut for UFC.
Yeah, it's his debut in the UFC. He's getting a title shot and a main event, which is crazy.
Let's check him out real quick. Have you seen any of his fights?
Oh, yeah, I've seen some of him. He fought Manel Cap, and he beat him and lost one time to him.
I like all his stats are 0.
Oh, yeah, 0 since he hasn't fought yet.
He's new at the UFC. It's funny. All right.
Also,
cool.
they've added that new change what a ground opponent is, so that's going to help him because in Ryzen, you could just throw knees to grounded opponents. So.
Okay. Did not know that.
And since Pantoja, he's a heavy grappler, when he gets sprawled out on by Asakura, he might be able to hit him with a couple knees. But Pantoja, he's a really good example of a marauder champion, him and Tricus. They just both kind of like push forward. He get very tired, shoot takedowns. He is more of a lay on people kind of grappler.
Right.
But definitely an underrated person in the marauding game.
Yeah, his win-by method for KO is a little bit lower.
Yeah.
So not striker heavy. All right, cool, man. All right, so we got 310 coming up. What day is that again?
December 13th, I think.
December 13th. And that's the last one for the year?
Yeah, that's going to be the last pay-per-view of the year.
Right. What are we looking forward to for
311?
For 311 and for 2025? Do you know anything about what's going on?
First one is rumored to be Islam versus Arman too.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I mean, anytime Islam comes back, this should be...
Yeah, and Arman's the toughest test for him at lightweight.
Right. So let's go ahead and talk about 2025 for the channel. Right. This is a sneak preview of the 2025 for some of the stuff that we're going to be doing for the SubmissionScript channel. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you can see that it's a little bit different than what we usually do, but we're going to focus a little bit more on, like I guess live stuff and a little bit better production quality, and then following you on your UFC journey, right? So so you're going to start fighting in April,
yeah,
and then so that gives us basically then January, February, March to you think we can check out the gym at some point? Maybe we can squeeze in there at some point, and maybe after hours and steal some water out of the water fountain or something like that. Just to kind of see where you're at and where you're doing your thing. So, well, it's exciting time, man. You got Christmas coming up, Thanksgiving's this week, and then 310, and then 2025. New things coming for the channel, and I'm excited, man. All right, so I guess that's it for this one. We'll try again next week before the fight or after the fight. We'll get another one up. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
See you then.